Ooh, I've never seen this car. A Lotus. This is a single house. I can only imagine how much this costs. The supercar game here is on another level, you know? You got a 911 just casually sitting here. 2 G-Wagons just sitting side by side. G63 at that, AMG, you know? Talking about $200,000 automobiles just sitting on the side of the road. But I did see a few security guards looking at me, so I was like, let me get out of here. What's going on, guys? A beautiful day here in Seoul, South Korea. Now I know I'm getting off the bus right now, but where I'm headed to, most people probably don't even use the bus. Today I'm actually going to be showing you guys the wealthier districts of Seoul. Now normally when people show the wealthy districts of Seoul, the one name that always comes up is Gangnam. It's famous because of the Gangnam style song, and it's kind of like where the new wealth is. But this area is on the other side of the river, of the Han River. It's actually known as Hannam, and this is where a lot of like wealthy luxury villas are. So I'm actually going to go over there and just look at some of the houses because I'm a nerd for architecture, and I want to show you guys as well where, you know, where the rich people live. It's always interesting to see because I like to show all sides of a place. But here we are on this big road. Now this is a place that a lot of people don't normally see, but you got some beautiful modern buildings here. And we have to go on that side. I think we can cross this bridge here. I'm seeing a lot of Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Ferraris and really high-end luxury cars already. That's how you know you're approaching wealth. Real quick before I walk to the place that I'm going to, I want to show you guys, this place is called Hannam the Hill. It's one of the most exquisite and expensive apartments in Korea. If you want to buy an apartment here in Hannam the Hill, a lot of celebrities and stuff live here. If you want to buy an apartment here, you have to pay over $2 million to buy an apartment here. Most of us will never be able to afford it, but it's cool to see. Now I don't know if I'll be able to get in, because a lot of these places are like exclusive kind of, you know. Hello. Huh? Yeah. Walking? Oh, walking now. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, yeah, that's what I told you. So most of these places are going to be exclusive places you can't walk in, but I wanted to show you. Now most of the apartments you'll see in Seoul don't look like this. These are very nice big penthouse kind of apartments. Most of the apartments you'll see here are small, and you get some beautiful views also. But anywho, I want to go see some high-end villas. That's where I'm taking you guys. The supercar game here is on another level, you know? You got a 911 just casually sitting here, you know, which is very different because usually you see Hyundais and Kias and Korean cars. But here you see a lot of foreign cars. Look at this, 2 G-Wagons just sitting side by side. G63 at that, AMG, you know? Talking about $200,000 automobiles just sitting on the side of the road. That's how you know you're entering big money. Artisan bakeries, wine, you know, fine dining. It's a beautiful neighborhood though, but I'm looking for the luxury high-end villas. Where are they? It's always tough to get into some of these neighborhoods because obviously, you know, rich people like their privacy. Understood, obviously, because they're paying big money for it. So like everywhere else, whoa, that car is loud. Like everywhere else in Seoul, you got a lot of hills here still, but most people here probably don't walk like I do, so I am the only one crazy enough to walk on these hills, I think, over here. But yeah, a lot of hills, so it's a good exercise. These restaurants look very exquisite. So over here where you see the Rolls Royce coming out, you have the UN village, which is basically where a lot of embassies are. A lot of embassies in this area, so the diplomats, obviously the wealthy live here. But you can see some of these are luxury buildings. You see the Rolls Royce like it's no big deal, and then a Porsche. Over here, these cars are like throwaway cars, you know? You just see them every 5 seconds. It's so crazy how much money people have here. Yeah, see, this is called UN Village, Gil. I don't know, I think you can go inside here because it's a public neighborhood. So I think you're able to go inside. Okay, security didn't say anything to me, so I guess it's a public road. We can walk here. Plus, you know, I dressed up nicely today to fit the role of being in a wealthy neighborhood. I don't know if I look like wealth at all, but you know, I'm trying my best to fit in. What is this? Is this an embassy? Or I see some flag here. What is this? Some country. Is this Afghanistan? Yeah, the embassy of Afghanistan. Very interesting. Randomly, the first one on the road is the embassy of Afghanistan. So now we're entering the UN village, which is one of the richest villages in Seoul. Samsung is everywhere in Korea. They even make villas. This is called the Samsung Hannam villa. I wonder how much it costs. Crazy, huh? You thought Samsung only made phones, but here in Korea, they do everything. I heard like there's a high percentage of people in Korea whose literally the economy runs off of Samsung. Man, a lot of hills, guys. We're looking for some cool houses still. So apartments here in this UN village specifically, you're talking upwards of, like if you want to own like a penthouse here, upwards of $15 million, you know, $10 million, $5 million for apartments. For houses, forget about it. You're talking anywhere from 30 to $100 million. I haven't seen any villas yet. Plus it's tough to see the villas because a lot of them have really high walls. Obviously, like I said, the rich like their privacy. But you don't see any buses running through here. Where I stopped was the last bus station I saw. And it's so quiet here. Nobody really walking the streets. Ooh, I've never seen this car. A Lotus. A new Lotus. Very cool color as well. So here's a really cool looking villa. Like a villa like this will probably cost you anywhere from 15 to $30 million. Crazy, man. The kind of money that people have. A lot of diplomats. Oh, here we go. Now we're seeing some cool looking houses. And these aren't even the biggest ones. Look at this. Now, the thing about these houses is a lot of these people are chaebols. So a lot of the people that control most of South Korea's economy are chaebols. So it's kind of like a few families that have the most wealth. It's concentrated into a few families. So the Samsung family, a lot of the companies that you've probably heard of, Hyundai, Samsung, Kia, these families, Daewoo, these families basically are called chaebols, and they basically control most of South Korea's economy. So though they say that, you know, South Korea is capitalist, but like many other places, 1%, you know, that controls most of the wealth. But here we have some views. Interesting. You can see those are the luxury ones that I was at before that I couldn't get into. This is like Beverly Hills, you know? The Beverly Hills of Seoul. Is that a house? Wow. This is a single house. I don't know if this is a single house or apartments, but if this is a single house, I can only imagine how much this costs. I would say upwards of probably $100 million or something like that. Wow. Okay, now we're seeing some houses. You always know you're in a rich neighborhood when you just look at this. You could just tell, you know? You could just feel the wealth. It's really cool to see though. Look at that. You can hear the crickets buzzing. Some really nice views from some of these places as well. Oh, I don't think that's a house. Yeah, that's an apartment building. I was like, if that's a house, I want to know who that is. Yeah, a lot of apartments, I guess. Looks like villas that were turned into, you know, multi-housing units. A lot of nice cars, of course. I don't see anybody walking here except me. I'm the only crazy one. Look at that beautiful Lamborghini in there. Look at this Hummer. Hummer H1. You never see these anymore because who can afford the gas? Rich people don't have to worry about that, but that's what I think when I see this. Who can afford the petrol? Wow. Wow, that's a villa. Is this someone's house? Gosh. Amazing, huh? This is the side of Seoul you won't see often in vlogs. Damn. Look at these houses. Very interesting, some of the architecture on these places. And that's the Han River right there. I don't know if I can get a view on it, but some of these houses are built right on the river, so they get a beautiful view of the river. Look at that. We're going to be going to the other side in a bit in this vlog also, because it's a beautiful rich area over there. A wealthy area as well. Let's see if I can show you guys the view. I don't know if I'm allowed to be here, but I can show you guys the view of the Han River from here. Look at this, people even have yards here. Pretty cool, huh? Let me get out of here before people start getting suspicious. I see a few people looking at me. And this street, you really get to see some cool villas. Some of these houses. Still can't tell if they're villas or... I think these are villas with these tall gates. But what's really cool is you could walk here because it's public. Now I'm not sure, you know, maybe some people will probably be weirded out the fact that I am walking here. And I'm like a foreigner and I don't know, but you can walk here technically. It is a public street. So you can just search the UN Village and you can come here and check out some of these really, really exquisite high-end houses. It's always interesting to see how everybody lives, you know. I've made some other videos in Seoul, you can go check them out. I'll leave the link here, but I wanted to show this side as well. Why not? You know what I also realized? That like, I think some people have seen me here and maybe they don't think I'm strange because there's a lot of embassies here. So you have the embassy of the UAE, as we saw Afghanistan. So maybe they think, maybe he's just one of the guys that works at the embassy. Maybe they think I'm a diplomat. But boy, are they wrong. I'm just a regular little YouTuber. Also, another thing to know about Seoul is that it's normally rated one of the safest cities in the world. So you could leave your phone at a cafe or your laptop or whatever on the table. Nobody's gonna steal it. You know, I've seen like stories about how people have forgotten their things on the bus or whatever and they end up finding it because someone turns it in. So you can imagine that these areas are probably really, really safe, you know, comparatively. On top of being in the safest city, it's where the wealthy live. So I don't think anyone's worried about me. Maybe it's just in my head. But I did see a few security guards looking at me, so I was like, let me get out of here. You know one sign that you know you're in a wealthy area? You see a lot of steakhouses and you see a lot of wine shops. This is what I've noticed traveling all throughout the world and seeing wealthy areas. steakhouses and wine shops everywhere. When you're crossing the street here, not only does it have the red man, but it has this lit up red line which turns green when it's time to walk. Now here in Seoul, you do have to follow the traffic laws, the pedestrian laws. Do not try to jaywalk. I mean, some of the countries I go to, it's very normal to jaywalk, but here you got to make sure. Just do what the people are doing. They all wait, so you wait. It's green now. We can go. So I'm back at the bus station. I was going to take the Rolls Royce, but I decided probably better to just take the bus. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think you know, taking the Rolls Royce is just too much work, so I was like, let me just get back on the bus. It's much easier, you know. It only costs 1,500 won. By the way, if you guys want to take public transport, make sure you get a T-Money card when you come to Seoul. It makes everything so much easier. You can buy one of these at a 7-Eleven or any convenience store and refill it with Korean won. But yeah, next time we'll take the Rolls Royce. We're going to the next neighborhood, which is also kind of considered a wealthy district, different than one we were just in. Let's go. Alrighty, off the bus. And now guys, we have arrived to Gangnam. Now this part of Gangnam, so Gangnam is like the general area. Now if you guys ever heard that Psy song, Gangnam Style, it was a very famous song when I was probably a few years back actually, when I was in college, or no, I don't know, I'm aging myself here, but yeah, Oppang Gangnam Style. I don't know if you guys remember that, but anywho, he was talking about this neighborhood because this neighborhood's kind of like the wealthy, affluent, new money neighborhood. Where we were before is kind of like older, more private, you know, diplomatic, that kind of money. But here is more newer money. So this is known as the Apujong Rodeo Drive. So literally it's like we were in Beverly Hills and now we've come down to the Rodeo Drive. And actually it's literally called Apujong Rodeo Drive. So it's quite literally the Rodeo Drive of Seoul. Kind of has that vibe to it with all of these shops, and you can see a lot of money in this area as well, but this is more business, whereas the other one was like luxury high-end villas. And look at this, artisanal chocolate and confections. So you have a lot of businesses around here, a lot of high-end goods. Look at that parking. It's like level parking, so when the person needs their car, the thing comes down. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is where people come shopping and, you know, hang out and get a coffee. I might actually need a coffee, you know. I've been out all day here in Seoul, just kind of exploring with you guys. But it's nice to see the wealthy area now. You know, I don't really do this because I desire wealth, to be honest with you. I'm more of a simple person. It's nice to see it, but it's important to know that none of these things come with you when you die. We all go 6 feet under, and none of these things come with you. But it's cool. If you can have it one day, why not, you know? But no need to fall in love with it. Or, you know, just die chasing it. There's more important things to chase. $10,000 for a few oranges. Pretty expensive. That's like almost $8, $9 for a couple of oranges. This neighborhood also reminds me of Soho in New York. A lot of people, fashionable, a lot of flagship stores for companies. I see like a lot of fashion companies have their flagship stores here. So it reminds me a lot of that. It's a lot of new money, finance money, business. So you can see a lot of companies have their shops here. Maison D. I guess the Gangnam style means that people here have a special style, right? I don't know, my Korean people or Whoever knows can tell me. Oh, this is interesting. Like this is supposed to be like the Rodeo Drive feel, I guess, huh? Very, very interesting. What exactly is this? Is this a store? Atisu. I guess it's a store, right? I'm not sure. Oh, it's like a hat company. They sell hats. This is some like rich people stuff. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe my wealthy people who watch me can can tell me what it is. Oh yeah, so this is the store, and that's like their little concept thing. I don't know, but this is a hat store. They literally sell hats. Very interesting. Hi. Let's see, how much is one hat? This hat right here, well, this hat right here that you're looking at right here, I don't even know what this is, but it's 328,000 won from Atisu. Let's see, what is 328,000 won? I'm just curious to know what people spend on hats, what rich people spend on hats. Let's see. It's $225 for that hat. I guess for rich people it doesn't really matter, but it's a lot of money for a hat. So this right here is a little cafe street where they have a lot of different also boutique shops, but then they have some cafes as well. Got some Greek yogurt. Very cool neighborhood to walk around. A lot of fashion. If you're into fashion, this is it's the place for you for sure. You know, I was just thinking to myself, I am craving some ice cream, and walking in this heat, I don't want coffee, it's dehydrating, but I do want some ice cream. And this place is supposed to be really good. It's called Benson Creamery in Seoul. So I'm gonna try out the Benson Creamery. Freeze the moment. Oh, looks very good. Thank you. Wow, nice and cool in here also. Freeze the moment. I just want to get a little double scoop. Oh, it's not bad. I thought it would be more expensive. Double scoop is 6,300. Sorry. And these are all the flavors they have. Wow. Mint chocolate and cookies. Cookies and cream. So many choices, I'm not sure what to choose. Never go wrong with mint chocolate. Oh, so these are all their flavors. Can we try? Oh, over there? Okay. Oh, they have a tasting bar, so you can taste the flavor before you get it. Hello. Can you try? Of course. Can I try the mint chocolate and cookies? What does this number mean? One for this most popular?
This is recommendation.
Recommendation. Ah, okay. So mint chocolate is one of the recommended ones.
Yeah, we were.
Thank you. Let's try it out. Whoa. That's really good. That is really good. And also, can I try the happy birthday?
Yeah, of course.
Birthday cake. Let's see how it is. Okay, thank you. It's also really good. Okay, thank you. I think I'm gonna go with the mint chocolate. So I ended up getting 2 scoops because the fat kid inside of me, was like, why not? For 6,300, which is basically like $4 to $5 for 2 scoops of ice cream. Not bad. It's actually pretty reasonable. I was expecting it to be more expensive in this area since it's the Rodeo Drive. This is really good ice cream. Benson's. Never heard of it, but apparently it's supposed to be really good, and it is. All these luxury brands. People spend so much money on luxury items. I really don't crave none of it. It's interesting to see, but the amount of money that people spend on Louis Vuitton and these Ferraris, and I guess when you have it, it doesn't matter, does it? But I think it's important to remember you can't take none of these things with you to the grave, you know? And that's where we all end up. But it's fun to see, and that's why I wanted to show you guys. You got Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada all over here. But with that being said, guys, it's getting late. I'm tired. I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's been a fun day here exploring the wealthy neighborhoods that perhaps you guys don't normally see. And I got more videos from Korea. If you haven't seen them yet, check out this playlist. We got more coming, so stay tuned. And remember, guys, continue to learn, continue to grow. And there is no growth until you leave your comfort zone. I'll see you guys on the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.